a planet known as Trecros that resembles a winter beach with green sky and blue sand. There are 3 humanoids in orange suits marching down the dunes. One of them said, "Take a look, Zarbus. I thought I saw something." So Zarbus reluctantly walks towards the grass as there's something red is behind it. Zarbus walks closer and closer. Suddenly, the big red robot with guns on the arms stood up and said, "Terminate." So Zarbus runs. One of the orange suit people said, "Zarbus has been chased by a Battlebot. We should run while we have a chance." The other said, "Good idea, Kren." So they both ran away, but suddenly, Blue Battlebot moved towards them. It fired the laser at Kren and his friend, while Zarbus hid behind a rock, and Red Battlebot is struggling to find him. On planet Holetary, Froid, Skellingman and D'Sey are outside of the house, and D'Sey mentions that his parents are leaving the planet to fight more, and he's thinking of joining them. Freud completely understands. He thought of one more adventure for a farewell. D'Sey accepts the offer, so Freud, Skellingman and D'Sey got inside the space freighter, the engine started, and the ship lifted off into space. Freud said, "I'm trying to decide which planet to land on." Suddenly, Zedtron's voice is on communicator reporting incident on planet Trecros. So Freud is curious, so he flies the freighter to the planet, then landed at the hill near the beach. Freighter door opened. Freud, Skellingman and D'Sey got off the ship. D'Sey commented, "This reminds me when we met Ocean Poet." Skellingman added, "Except it's colder and miserable." Freud said, "Someone's in trouble. We're here to help. Blasters ready?" So the trio pointed their blasters around the beach while someone is scanning them. Skellingman asked D'Sey, "How come your parents wanted to start saving the universe again?" D'Sey answered, "They realized the universe is in more danger than ever, so they're happy to help." Suddenly, red and blue Battlebots marched towards them, so the trio ran, but as they fired their blasters, there was no damage on the robots, so Freud, Skellingman and D'Sey, outrunning the shooting Battlebots, they climbed over the hill of the sand and found Zarbus hiding. Freud asked, "Are you okay? What's happened?" Zarbus answered, "We've been chased by Battlebots. They've killed both my friends, and they're after me." Skellingman asked, "Why are they after you?" Zarbus said, "I don't know." Freud asked, "What's your name?" Zarbus said, "My name's Zarbus, a resident of this area. Who are you?" Freud said, "I'm Freud. This is D'Sey and my son Skellingman. We're here to help." As the Battlebots come closer, the trio decided to run as fast as they can, dodging the lasers shooting at the sand. Skellingman pointed at the big caves, so Freud, Skellingman, D'Sey and Zarbus ran as fast as they can. Eventually, they got inside a dark blue cave. They hid. Both Battlebots are scanning around, and they couldn't find any signs of them, so they marched off. Freud asked, "What are those Battlebots?" Zarbus said, "They're a robot warriors. They're programmed to conquest. This planet, Trecros, is at war." Freud said, "The war against your race?" Zarbus said, "Yes, there's hardly any of us left. As far as I know, Battlebots are too strong." Skellingman said, "Don't worry, we're gonna find the boss and put an end to it." So 4 people marched down the cave. There was a sound of dripping. Zarbus realized whose cave belonged to. As they entered the laboratory, there was a man sitting on a big blue throne and said, You dare to enter my throne room? Zarbus said, That's Leomund, the creator of Battlebots. The throne originally belonged to King Walkus. Froid asked, What happened to him? Leomund said, He's no longer with us. Let's just say I take over. I am King Leomund. I made those Battlebots to claim this throne. Froid said, We're here to stop you. Leomund said, That's what you think. Battlebots? Kill them. Suddenly, red and blue Battlebots came in, and they're ready to fire. So Froid, Skellingman, D'Sey, and Zarbus ran through the cave corridor, and then Dr. Centrix walked in with big gun and said, Come with me. So she fired the gun at the Battlebots, which added to the damage, so everyone ran, and far away from the cave. They reached to the hut, so they got inside, and it looks like a small lab. There was 3 crew. Froid asked, What are you doing here, Centrix? So Centrix said, We heard that peaceful planet was attacked by those Battlebots. Me and my colleagues had to build some weapons to rescue, although I hate to admit, we were too late. Zarbus said, It's just me. Centrix replied, I see that. All we can do is take down those Battlebots. We have guessed that you would arrive, so we had to keep an eye. What do you know what happened? Skellingman explained, The creator of Battlebots is Leomund. All we know is that he killed King Walkus and took his throne. D'Sey asked, How do we stop those Battlebots? Centrix said, We've built those Gatling guns that'll damage Battlebots. If you keep firing, they'll die. The reason why there's only 2 Battlebots on this planet, because they can hardly be stopped. We know we can trust you after what you did with Alien Grace on Holetary 4 months ago. Froid said, We'll take those weapons and we'll deal with them. Leomund in the throne room said, No one will take the throne off me. I rule! So Froid, Skellingman, Zarbus, D'Sey, Centrix and the crew fired their Gatling guns at both Battlebots. They're finally been destroyed, so they marched into the cave and got to Leomund's throne room. Froid said, It's over, Leomund. We have won. Centrix said, You will be taken to stand trial for your crimes. The security ship will come. Froid, you and the team can go now. We've got him covered. Thank you. Froid nodded his head, so he, Skellingman, D'Sey and Zarbus got out the cave. So they walked through the sand of the beach and eventually got back to Froid's freighter. So Froid turned around to Zarbus and said, I'm sorry for your losses on this planet. I'm thinking you can come with us to planet Holetary, so you're not alone. Zarbus replied, Yes, please. There's nothing left of me on this planet anymore. So the 4 got inside the freighter. Froid lifted off the ship and shot into space. Later, as freighter has parked outside of the house, D'Sey said goodbye to Froid and Skellingman. He wished Zarbus luck to join the team. So D'Sey ran to Parse and Lorva as they're ready to take off in space. Froid and Skellingman showed Zarbus inside the house. They introduced Zetron. Froid said, We have to keep a secret what we do. Other civilizations would prefer to deny any alien attack and wanted to stay that way by keeping it safe and secret. Skellingman said, Welcome to the team, Zarbus.